All right, Shalom, Shalom. This is Azariah. I want to give all honor and glory to the Most High Yahweh through His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Right, and today's topic is we're going over health. Right, health is wealth, and it is important that we bring this out in the last days because a lot of people they suffer from just being overweight. They suffer from obesity, and it can cause a lot of health issues. Right, it can cause death, having gout, heart problems, diabetes, just indulging in the wrong type of food and it's too much food. And that's go against the law too, as a glutton, man. So we gotta take care of our body because you just don't know what type of crisis that we're going to endure in the last days. That we gotta make sure that our we are physically active and to survive in the last days because you don't want to get caught out there because you overweight and you can't run or you can't carry your body weight. So we want to make sure that our people is in the right condition to be able to endure everything that we just eating the right type of food as well, right? And exercising daily. So I want to share my screen. I want to start off with this article. Um, it's called Fat Land: How Americans Became the Fattest People in the World. So I'm not going to read this whole thing, but I want to jump to some points, right? So I'm gonna start off right here. It says, all right, so I want to make sure I'm sharing my screen again. It says we are in the midst of a national obesity crisis, and Americans are getting heavier. Today, about 65% of adults and 15% of children and adolescents in the U.S. are overweight or obese. So a lot of Americans right now, they just it's just too big, overeating, indulging in too much food, and it's just we see that it's just causing a whole lot of health problems, and we want to make sure that our people, is eating the right food and exercising so we can reverse this curse, man. Right? And I'm only talking about our people. I don't care about the other nations. I want to make sure our people is eating the right thing and exercising daily so we can be able to endure some of the afflictions that's going to, and the persecution that's going to occur in the last days. Right? I'm going to start right here with it said food manufacturers. It says food manufacturers begin to replace um, sugar and traditional fats in their products with high fructose corn syrup and processed palm oils, which led to the increase in the inexpensive, energy dense snacks and convenience food. In the 1970s and in the 1980s, fast food restaurants discovered that profitably value meals packaging high profit drinks and french fries with low profit burgers end up supersizing, tripling the size, tripling the serving size of American french fries from 200 calories in the 1960s to 600 calories today. So a lot of people they indulging into too much bad food, too much greasy food. All these calories they putting in their body is bad for you. It says, moreover, the bad calories I'm talking about. Moreover, the percentage of meals eaten away from home doubled between the 1960s and the 1990s, and eating out usually meant eating more. So a lot of people they rather eat out than cook a healthy meal at home. That's it's going to just being lazy as well, and it is a cause is reason of it, because a lot of people they work a lot, and they just don't have time to cook, So it's like it's a curse that our people just suffer. Um, where was that? It said finally, school system encourage unhealthy eating practices among children by accepting soft drinks. A lot of drinks got a lot of sugar in it, and a lot of food dye. Food dye. It says, and fast food contracts became fast food and fast food contracts because they provide large commissions for financially strapped schools, right? So they serving your kids a whole bunch of bad things, man. That's causing our kids to be overweight, and our kids should be exercising and just be able to run and play sports or go to the park and just run around, man. And that's what, you barely see that today. A lot of people, they rather be chasing the internet, the YouTube, the TikTok, and just be on that phone instead of just being outside. When I was in my younger days, man. I was in my preteens, my teenager years and stuff like that. As a kid, man, we was outside. We didn't have phone with a lot of access to the internet. All right, we didn't have that stuff, so we was outside riding bikes, playing sports, you know, just being outside and you know just being outside, and we lost that. Like this generation right now, they inside, right? They hate to be outside. They complain about the hot weather. They complain about the cold weather. They ready to be inside on the computers. They ready to be inside on their phone, watching other people do activities while they inside. So it's like this generation is getting real lazy, right? My generation, we was always outside, always outside. Um, so it said the increase in energy intake has been paralleled by a decrease in physical activity. Chrysler identified the many barriers to activity in modern society. Being active is no longer a obligatory part of daily function, but rather a conscious choice. In the 1980s, television viewing became the predominant form of leisure activity. So a lot of people, they just rather sit home on your couch and watch TV all day. Computers and computer games, sedentary jobs, long commutes, sprawling suburbs with no sidewalk, and unsafe neighborhoods limit our desire and our ability to move. School budget cuts have resulted in a reduction in sports team and physical education classes. By the end of the 1980s, Illinois was only the state that required daily physical education. So, you see in today now you got a lot of classes, like gym class, and class like that now today, man, that you have to take, which is a good thing. But when your kids go home, they just sit in the house all day. That's the bad thing. They just eat up all the food, right? Eating up all the snacks. And a lot of our parents, they just keep buying snacks and snacks. I've seen some houses, man, got a whole cabinet full of snacks, and processed food. And the kids is just overindulging all this stuff because it's there. I want to jump down. Let's see some more. All right, that's maybe all I wanted to bring out from this. But you could if you want, you could read this article, and it tells you a lot about our people and how we just overindulge in too much food. But the Most High said that we got to be taking care of our bodies, right? We got to be taking. I want to. Nah, that's fine. I was going to read this part, but it's fine. Um, so we got to be taking care of our body. So any last days. So let's jump to some scriptures. Let's go to the book of Sirach, chapter 30, and see what the Most High says in verse 15. It says, health and good estate of body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth. So your health is important to you. Your health and having a good state of a body and a strong body, daily exercising is important. A lot of people don't exercise. A lot of people don't just consider just walking. They ready to take the bus. They ready to drive down the street where they can walk to the store. It's basically we getting more lazier each and every day. We want the easy route. A lot of people, they rather just sit at home and order food and order all these processed food instead of just going in the kitchen and eating something that's fresh, something that's good, that could do something that's healthy. You know what I'm saying? So we have to take care of our body in these last days. Verse 16, it says, there are no riches above a sound body, and no joy above the joy of the heart. So you got to have a sound body, a strong body, right? A lot of people, they too lazy to exercise. They worry about just laying around all day. They don't want to exercise. They don't want to take care of that body. They don't want to do anything. Just a little exercise a day can keep the doctor away. You know what I'm saying? Eat an apple a day, keep the doctor away. So we have to be able to put away the laziness, the slothfulness, and just, hey, run or jog for like 15 minutes, man. You got to be dedicated. You got to be disciplined, because you just don't know what the world may bring. And a lot of people, they gonna have to fast a couple days. But if your mind not right and all you think about is food, it's going to be bad for you. It says, verse 17, death is better than um, death is better than a bitter life or continual sickness. Right? Who want to be sick all the time? So you got to take care of your body, eat the right things, taking care, eating herbs and stuff like that, because it says death is better than just being sick all the time. People rather just die and give up the ghost than just be taking pills and medicine every single day, because their health is in a bad state, because they was overindulging in the wrong types of food, too much food, just eating all type of processed food and high sugar and all type of sodiums and stuff like that increase your blood pressure. It says delicate pores upon the mouth shut up are as messes of meat set upon a grave. So you want to make sure that you don't indulge in the wrong delicate food. You want to make sure you're eating and exercising daily, right? Let's go to the book of First Timothy chapter 4 and verse 8. All right, this is First Timothy chapter 4 and verse 8. For bodily exercise profit little. So he's not Paul's not saying that exercising doesn't profit, but he just comparing this to the Most High commandments. It says, but godliness is profitable unto all things, having promise of the life that now is, and of that which is to come. So it's important to exercise. It's profit you, right? Exercise profit you, like burpees. Burpees is a good thing to do, because burpees basically it's a high. Matter of fact, let's look this up. Burpees. The benefits of burpees. All right, let's see what it says. Just want to get some reason of benefits of burpees. All right, let's go ahead and see what it says. All right, if you don't know what burpee is when you go to the ground, you could perform a a push up, or you just go to a plant stage, and then you go to you just basically jump back up, right, as a squat, and you jump up, right. That's a burpee. This is an example of a burpee. I just want to go and see if I can find some benefits of it. So we're not going to read it then. We're going to just read. It says they give you a full body workout. Doing burpees is a good fat burning exercise. So you burn a lot of fat doing burpees. It said they improve something uniquely different. They provide something uniquely different. It said despite the pain during the fun. All right, so it just ain't giving them too much of it. It says amazing for heart health, like jumping jacks, doing burpees is great for overall cardiovascular health. Certainly up there with the best form of cardiovascular exercise. So burpees is good. It said burpees reduce blood pressure, get fast results, They increase explosive power, make you stronger. Burpees do make your body stronger. So these are some benefits of doing burpees. Absolutely no gym required for this. So you don't got to go to the gym, to get a good exercise in. All right, that's just burpees. I'm not going to go into every exercise and their benefits, but that's just something I just wanted to bring out. Just doing burpees. Burpees is good. Walking, jogging, doing sprints. Those things you could burn a lot of fat, right? Just doing body weight exercise like push-ups, pull-ups, squats, right? You basically you keeping your body in a good state. Body weight exercise, lifting weights, right? Lifting weights is weight training, right? Getting your body physically strong, right? Eating the right proteins, eating the right things to eat to make your body, you could withstand. Just it's basically just making your body strong. That's what I'm trying to get out. So it's important that our people is exercising daily, right? It's profit you, right? And exercising is a reverse for all different types of illness, right? From diabetes, high blood pressure, being obese, having heart problems, causing stroke, right? Exercising daily can reverse a lot of these bad health problems, man. Right. So I want to jump into some videos about just people just being obese and just being too much overweight, man. They got this whole thing called 600 pounds, a whole TV show about people being overweight. Let's get this first video first.
What has lasted 5,000 years?
I don't want that. All right, so let's skip.
In today's Health Smart, the CDC has released statistics that show people in more states are larger than ever. Here's how obesity rates looked in 2012. They range from low to moderate, with no states having an obesity rate above 35%. Now, fast forward 10 years and the rates skyrocket above 35%. It's worse in Oklahoma, Louisiana, and West Virginia, where more than 40% of adults are considered obese. California has remained consistent in the 25 to 30% range. No state had a rate below 25% in the latest calculations. Obesity is linked to a variety of health issues, including heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, and also kidney disease.
See that? Also kidney disease. All right, let's jump to the next video.
We finally made it here for our first appointment, and we're all extremely nervous.
Now, this is an episode on my 600-pound life. All right, and this is our people, man. Just being overweight and obese, and it's not to make mockery or just making mockery and laughing at these people's health condition, right? This is basically a learning lesson, because we don't want to be, this is an example that we don't want to follow after these people that is overindulging in too much food, right? We want to learn from this so we don't make the same mistakes, right?
We finally made it here for our first appointment, and we're all extremely nervous because none of us know how this is going to go or whether the doctor's going to be willing to help us. So I'm hoping that this goes well, because if we can't get help here, then I don't think our option in New Orleans will pan out either. So this is it.
Mario family?
And we didn't come all this way and put Rashonda through all she's been through just to hear we're beyond help. So I'm expecting some good news today.
582.
582 pounds.
That's a little higher than I thought. I'm sure it's still smaller than Brandon and Rashonda, but I guess I'm catching up to them, so.
And I'm positive. And being overweight like this, man, it's hard to lose it. It can cause all type of mental illness like depression, low self-esteem. So you gotta watch out for just, and it's hard to lose this weight. It's hard. People can gain this weight, and it's just hard to lose it. You know, they could run, they could exercise, and they just they don't lose any weight because they got to learn how to properly nutrition their body and eat the right things. You can't try to exercise then go eat a pizza afterwards or eat some fried chicken afterwards, putting all that calories and fat back into your body.
Brandy.
I would skip this part if I could. But it'd be nice to see if I was in the 500s. But that may be wishful thinking.
620.
That number is embarrassing. But the only other number I'm more worried about is Rashonda's weight. Clarence and me are just nervous to find out how high it's gotten for her. And that she could be getting close to 800 pounds.
I really don't want to do this. How much does that scale go up to?
Pretty high.
So she asked how much the scale go up to, yo. That's crazy. She knows that she's overweight, bro. She asked the doctor how much did that scale go up to.
Because I think out of all of us, I'm the most likely to be so big that the doctor can't help me.
$800.
803.
Damn.
That's what I was afraid of.
Woo.
I don't know what to say. It feels like a mistake. You sure?
That's what it says.
I don't see how my weight could be that high.
Okay, you guys can go ahead and follow me and we'll head to the room.
I'm really scared now that the doctor can't help me.
See, that can cause a lot of depression, man. And you want a doctor to help you, but they should have known this stuff, right? They should have known that they indulging in too much food, right? You see yourself, she was 800 pounds. She saw herself getting bigger and bigger and bigger and didn't do much about it. When you see yourself is just gaining too much weight and you 200 pounds, you 250, you 300 pounds, and you continue to put on more weight and still eating bad, you're not doing nothing about it. But now you want the doctors to help you out when you should have been helping yourself out, right? The Most High, man, I'm going to give you the scripture because the Most High, he don't play about, being overweight, right? Indulging in fatness. The Most High, do the Most High want you to be overweight? No. I'll get this scripture real quick. Psalm chapter 78. The Most High killed a lot of fat people. Psalm chapter 78 at verse 24. Right? It says, and have rained down mammon upon them to eat, and have given them of the corn of heaven. Man did eat angel food, he sent them meat to the fore. He caused the east wind to blow in the heaven, and by his power he brought in the south wind. It says, he rained flesh also upon them as dust, and feathered fowls like as the sand of the sea. And he let it fall in the midst of their camp round about their habitations. So they did eat and were filled, and he gave them their own desire. So for he gave them their own desire. So a lot of this going in the wilderness, man, when the Most High was feeding our people the angel food, the mammon, right? It says the wrath of the Most High came upon them and slew the fattest of them and smote down the chosen men of Israel. So the Most High slew the fattest of the people and smote down the children of Israel. It says, verse 32, for all this they sin still and believe not for his wonderful works. So the Most High slew the fattest of his people, man. Right? The people that was obese, that couldn't survive in the wilderness for 40 years, complaining, walking. And I'm pretty sure these were mostly all the people that was complaining in the wilderness, right? So the Most High slew the fattest of the people. I'm gonna bring up some more videos. Let's go to this one.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car.
And this video is about a couple minutes long, but I'm gonna just skim through it.
Every week we have a potluck dinner, you know.
Look at this brother, man. You think that he can survive Jacob's trouble? You think he'd be able to run from the police if they were chasing him? Right? No, man. He's going to just give up the ghost.
Family time. When we get together, it's fun. I think that the more we do those type of things together, it's a good thing because it's very important that we can lean on each other and we can learn from each other and help with each other's struggles where, you know, you're only as strong as your weakest link. 375.
And just imagine if your life depended on you carrying your body weight. Imagine if you hanging on a cliff, you know, and you need to pull yourself up. And you weigh this much. It would be hard for you, man. How long you think you'd be able to hang for somebody to come and get you? And you think that they'd be able to support your weight and carry you and help you up?
Get 15 of those.
Hello, welcome to DeVito's. How you doing?
Hello, how you doing?
I'm good. And yourself? How can I help you out today?
I'd like to put in an order for 10 pieces.
10 pieces.
Why did you order so many pizzas?
Because we didn't cook.
So they going to an event where they order 10 pizza boxes. So I'm going to speed this up.
Them pizzas as soon as we get it because I'm hungry.
I think I'm definitely something.
I'm gonna dig in one of them pizzas as soon as we get it because I'm hungry.
Look,
I think I'm definitely gonna do that myself.
Can't resist the flesh, man. Can't resist the flesh. He said, I'm gonna dig in on pieces as soon as I get it because I'm hungry. Sloppy.
Might have to take a bite.
Here we go, man. Got all of them for you.
Okay.
I hope you guys enjoy it. Right, that's fine. You can hold a couple.
No.
Then I got it. Oh, I'm smelling this pizza. I want to eat it now.
I do feel guilty sometimes after I eat something I think of.
Look, he didn't even get a chance to pull off, man. He ate it in the car before he even get a chance to pull off. Right, this is bad.
About it, and I say, damn, you actually ate all of that. Are we being selfish right now?
But that's why we just gotta get rid of the evidence.
Right.
Get rid of the evidence. You're ashamed. Indulging in it. Look at this, man. You're going to an event, you buy 10 boxes of pizza. You're smashing majority of the pizza before you even get there. They say I'm gonna get rid of the evidence so nobody will know that we was already had half the pizzas before we got there.
Our pizza's gone.
Right.
But their pizza is back there.
I know I shouldn't be eating this much pizza, but I from time to time I figure what's the harm. Gotta take home something and gotta make sure something gets home for all them pizzas.
Right, definitely.
Yeah, I think that all the crust left on it, I do feel guilty sometimes after I eat. I have to knock it off with this overeating before it kills me. I think 7 pizzas are fair.
Hey, y'all. Oh, look at you, girl. Look at you. Game night.
We just had fun.
So you think he could run from the police looking like this? So they left with 10 pieces. Let's count it. It says, let's count this piece of boxes that they brought in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pieces boxes. They bought 10. So they ate half of it on the way there.
With my mom being out sick, she definitely misses these family events. But I think
2 people eating 5 pizza boxes. I'm pretty sure they was large pieces too.
at this point, she's just ready to get the hell out of the hospital.
Yes. Can we?
So that's all I want to bring out on that. Right. Let's go to the book of Sirach, chapter 37. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 37 and verse 29. It says, be not unsatiable in any dainty things, nor too greedy upon meats. And that's the problem with them, man. They was greedy upon meats, that 2 people had to eat 5 boxes of pizza. For excess of meats brings sickness, and surfeiting will turn into choler. Right? Surfeiting means what? Overindulging in too much food. Right? Oh, I want to supersize my meals. I want to continue to eat because it's just too much. That eyes is too big for the stomach. It says, by surfeiting have many perished. Now, a lot of people die from overeating, stuffing their body, being overweight. It says, but he that taketh heed prolongeth his life. But he that taketh heed is those that watch what they eat. Right? They prolong their life. Because you know that overeating can cause too much sickness. It can cause death. It can cause too much health problems. Eating the wrong types of food. So you don't want to overindulge in too much eating. All right, let's go to the book of Sirach, chapter 23. And verse 6. It says, let not the greediness of the belly nor the lust of the flesh take hold of me, and give me not over to thy servant and to a imprudent mind. It said, give not over me thy servant and to a imprudent mind. So he said, let not the greediness of thy belly. A lot of people is just too greedy. They want to overindulge in too much food. They don't know when to stop eating. Right? They lust after food, and they could be caught. And a lot of people, they lust over because they stressed out, or they just love to eat. They love to see food, and they just love to indulge in it, man. A lot of people, they just can't help themselves, and this is the problem with America today, man, because they allowing too much people to overindulge in too much food, and it's bad food, processed food. Food with all types and different type of ingredients that you can't even pronounce, right? And a lot of people overindulge in it, and they don't know the bad, all the high risk that they're causing themselves. All right, putting their body in bad condition. All right, causing too much high blood pressure, gout, all different types of disease can come from overindulging in too much food, right? Let's bring up this next video.
The future of your business is here. With Wix, you get advanced.
I'm too busy getting your car.
Now, this was with a woman that had ordered, she's a Detroit rapper, and she had ordered a Lyft, and the Lyft driver refused to take her to a destination because she was overweight. And he said, look, man, if I put you in my car, you're going to mess up my tires. And you're going to look how low this car is, man, to the ground. Right? You see how low it is to the street. And you think a person that's about 500, 600 pounds can fit in this car and it's not do nothing to this car? Imagine that car ride over a speed hump. It's going to get stuck. It's going to hit the bottom of the car. Or you hit a pothole. You know how terrible these streets are, man. You hit a pothole, you will flatten your tires. All right, let's watch this video.
So you really telling me I'm too big to get in your car?
Deja Blandings recorded it all. Her Lyft driver pulling up only to turn her down.
I was too big, and his tires, something about his tires. I asked him, what do I have to do with your tires?
This happened January 18th.
You have a lot to do with his tires, man. And if he had a, because that's his personal car. That's not a Lyft. That's not the Lyft car. I'm pretty sure that wasn't a car that Lyft had provided him, right? That's that man car that he drives every single day to travel to the store, to go to work. He need that car for his daddy life, you know. And you think that he don't want you in this car to mess up his? You're not going to pay for his tires if his tires blow out because he's trying to carry you to your destination. You're not going to help his expense and his axles, all right, and his muffler if they hit the ground too hard. Are you going to provide money to help his car, to help fix his car if you damage it because he was trying to take you to your destination and you're being overweight, cause all this problems, right?
The 29-year-old Detroiter was headed to a Lions watch party, only she never got there.
So you telling me I can't get in the Lyft because I can't fit in your car?
Yeah, you need to order a bigger car.
What makes you think I can't fit in the car?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
The driver told her she needed to request an XL car.
I was embarrassed, and I felt some type of way about it, you know.
She's hired a lawyer and is suing Lyft.
Well, from a legal standpoint, it seems like obvious discrimination. The Elliott-Larsen Act, which is Michigan's Civil Rights Act, specifically protects people from weight discrimination. And the driver here turned down her ride because of her weight.
Deja says this experience has scarred her.
I haven't really left my house since that.
She hopes this lawsuit will change how people treat others of all sizes.
Man, look at this, man. I wouldn't take her either, man. Just to be honest, she ain't messing up my car, you know. So I don't really blame the Lyft driver for not taking her. I would do the same. All right, I need my car. I need my car to pick up my kids, you know, for daily activities, and I don't need something like this in my car to mess up my suspension system, right? So I don't blame the Lyft driver. You know, sometimes you gotta look at yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? I got to just lose the weight, right? Let me eat the right things and exercise so I don't have this problem, right? The man told her, you got to order a bigger car because you're too big to fit in my car, and you're gonna cause my tires to mess up. And of course, you know, she was recording this because she felt bad, right? She felt like she was being harassed, discriminated against. But it's the truth. You got to face reality, right? You got to look in the mirror. Don't blame the Lyft driver. Blame yourself, right? You got to look in the mirror and say, look, I caused this issue, not him, right? Let's go to the book of Sirach, chapter 31. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 31. In verse 12, right? The Most High had given us an example and wisdom on not to be greedy, right? Sirach 31 and verse 12, it says, all right, Salakia, we had some difficulties. Now I'm back at it. So let's start off where we left off at in the book of Sirach, chapter 31. All right, Sirach 31 and verse 12. If thou sit at a bountiful table, be not greedy upon it, and say not there is much meat on it. Right? So when you sit at a table full of food, you don't want to sit there and lust because you see so much meat, so much food that you can indulge in, and you just filled with your lust. You know, you start licking your lips, you start getting ready, put your little napkin on knocking on your collar. You get your fork, you get your plate, and you ready to just dig in. Right? It says, say not that as much meat on you. Like, oh yes, all this food, man, it's good for me. No, it's not, man. Don't look at that. Don't let your mind lust after that. Remember that a wicked eye is an evil thing. So your eye sees so much stuff, man. So it leap upon every wickedness thing, right? And what is created more wicked than an eye? Therefore, it weep upon every occasion. So when you see all this food on the table, like say you're in the world and you celebrating Thanksgiving, or you in its truth, you could be celebrating a feast day, and you see a table full of food, and there you go. You just wait and can't wait to get a plate. You can't wait to do up the prayers, so you could be the first one over there with your plate in your hand, ready to dig in. Right? You sitting there doing up prayers, but you got your eyes peeking at the food. Right? You're not even thinking about praying right now. You're thinking about how much food you can taste, all the food that you can taste it right already. Right? You peeping over there, looking at the food while they throwing up the prayers. Right? It says, stretch not thy hand whatsoever it look, and thrust it not with him into the dish. Right? Don't sit there and just start grabbing all types of food. You just stuffing your plate. Judge of thy neighbor by thyself, and be discreet in every point. Eat as it become a man those things which are set before thee. So you want to look proper. You want to look like a man at a table. You don't want to be indulging all type of food, looking disgusting, looking fat like a slob. Right? Be a man. Straighten up. Eat a little bit. Right? You don't need all that big portion. Right? You don't need seconds and thirds, and you always want seconds. It said, leave off first the manner say. No, what was that? Sorry. It said, eat as become a man those things were set before thee, and devour not, lest thou be hated. Because why would they hate you at a table? Only reason why they would hate you at a table is what reason? If you're eating all the food, if you're sitting there getting plates after plates after plates, and you're overstuffing yourself, and you ain't leaving no food behind for the rest, right? It's people that haven't ate yet, but yet you sitting there with your fourth plate. Verse 17, leave off first the manner say, and be not unstatable, lest thou offend. And you're going to offend a lot of people. You're going to offend a lot of people when you overindulge in much eating and nobody ate yet, and you sit there with your fourth plate. People going to get mad. They're going to start calling you names. They're not going to invite you no more into that feast days. When thou serve among many, reach not thy hand out first of all, right? Because you're going to look like the greedy man, right? You're going to look like the hungry man. Always got your hand out first. A very little and significant for a man well nurtured, and he fashions not his wind upon his bed. So he fashions not wind, and he fashions not his wind short upon his bed, right? So you need a little bit. You don't need so much. I said a very little is significant for a man. You don't need a big portion all the time. You eating a big plate for breakfast. You eating a big plate for lunch. Big plate for dinner. You getting seconds. You getting sweets in the middle of it. You just overstuffing yourself. Know when to say stop. Know when to say, okay, this is enough. Right? Because then what? It said he fashioned not his wind short upon his bed. You're not gonna get comfortable, right? You don't know which way to sleep, right? You're sleeping on your back. You're running short of breath. You can't breathe right. You're snoring, right? You're on your stomach. Your stomach is just full. You can't even lay on your stomach. You're trying to lay on your side, but your shoulders hurt because you put all that weight on there. You're uncomfortable now. Verse 20, sound sleep cometh of moderate eating, right? Because when you overindulge in so much eating, then you go straight to bed. You trying to relax, and go to sleep, but your body is constantly working. It got to break down all that food you just ate. It takes time. It takes time for your body to break down all that food. But yet you want to overindulge in so much food. Then you want to get desserts. Then you want to drink a bottle of soda, a whole 2 liter. Right? It says he rises. So it said a sound sleep coming of moderate eating. So when you eat just a little bit, then you wait like an hour or 2 hours, then rest up and go to sleep. You let your body break down the food and get its proper rest and break down all the nutrition that it can get from what you just ate. Then you go to sleep because your body's now at rest. He says he rises early and his wits are with him, but the pain of watching and choler and pain of the bellies are with the unstable man, right? It's like, yeah. So, like I said, a man that's overindulged and stuff, he's going to wake up because he's going to have belly pains. His stomach going to hurt, right? You're going to wonder why he running to the bathroom, sticking up the place, man, because he overindulging. He throwing up, he vomiting, right? He's basically sick. He ate so much that now he's sick. And if thou has been forced to eat, arise and go forth and vomit, and thou shalt have rest. So it said, look, man, if you overstuff yourself, just go to the bathroom and try to throw it up. Right? Because the Most High, he don't like a person that is a glutton, overindulging, eating too much. Right? Let's go to the law and Deuteronomy chapter 28, 27 and verse 18. It said, if a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and that when he have chastened him, will not hearken unto them. So this man have a stubborn child, a rebellious child. He's stubborn. You don't want to listen. You beat him a couple of times. He still ain't listening. Enough and working. Right? It said, then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him and bring him out unto the elders of his city and unto the gate of his place. And they shall say unto the elders of his city, this our son is a stubborn and rebellious. He will not obey our voice. He is a glutton, and a drunkard. So this child, he eats up all the food, he drinks up all the wine. There's nothing we could do. He don't listen. What should he? It goes to the elders of the city, the judges, and say, look, what should we do with him? That's the law. And all the men of his city shall stone him with stones that he die. So shalt thou put evil away from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear. So they cast stone upon this rebellious son. That's all he want to do is eat and drink, and don't want to do nothing and be rebellious. So the Most High is against that, right? Let's go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 23. And verse 20. All right, this is Proverbs chapter 23, verse 20. It says, be not among wine bibbers, right? Don't be around a lot of people that drink wine all the time. All they want to do is get drunk. Among rioters, eaters of flesh. For the drunkard and the glutton shall come to poverty, right? Why would it come to poverty? Because they spend all their money on food, on drinks, right? You just got paid. Now you ordering all types of food. You just can't get enough, man. Your whole check is going on food, man. You get your check and first thing you do, you start ordering pizza, chicken wings, subs, tacos. You just ordering all different types of food that you don't really need. You already got a refrigerator and freezer for food, but yet you want more. You spend all your money. You're always getting drunk. You're spending your money on wine all the time, right? You always want to ask brothers and sisters, hey, you got some money I could borrow for what? So it could fill your need. So you can go out there and fill your flesh, fill your belly, your belly, right? It says, and drowsiness shall clothe a man with rays. So you don't want to be this type of characters that just want to be a drunkard, to be a glutton, just overindulging in eating, right? Because a wise man is going to watch what he eat, right? Let's go to the book of Sirach, chapter 30, verse 25, right? A wise man not going to sit there and just eat every little thing, right? He's going to be careful on what things that he put in his body, right? Sirach, chapter 30 and verse 25, it says, a cheerful and a good heart will have a care of his meat and diet. So a man that's treat himself well and take care of his body, right? He's going to watch what he eat. He's going to watch the food that he intake. You're not going to sit there and eat anything, right? He's going to watch the label. Okay, this thing got so much sodium in it. It's going to cause me to have high blood pressure. This snack dainty got so much sugar in it. It's going to cause me to have diabetes, right? This got high in fat, right? I might be gaining a couple pounds if I eat this, right? So you got to watch the food that you eat. What is this? What is the ingredients of this? I can't even pronounce it. You got to look it up. Oh, this may cause cancer. This may cause health failure, right? You got to look at all this stuff and like, okay, this is not good for me, right? Let's go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 13. And verse, I believe, 25. All right, Proverbs chapter 13, verse 25. The righteous eateth to the satisfying of his soul, but the belly of the wicked shall want. So a righteous man going to eat until he's satisfied, not eat until he overstuff, not eat until his belly popping out his pants, right? That's what the wicked did. It said, but the wicked will, but the belly of the wicked shall want. He's always going to want more. Right? You're going to eat a big old plate. Then you're going to ask for cookies. You're going to ask for some dessert, some cake, some pie, some ice cream. Right? You always want more. Right? And then he's not going to watch his weight. He's not going to watch how much pounds he's gaining over the week or over the month. He don't care about that. All he care about is food, his taste buds, right? So a wise man gonna watch what he eat. He gonna make sure that he's examining the type of food that he's eating, right? Let's go to the book of 2 Kings, chapter 4 and verse 39, right? It says, and one went out into the field to gather herbs, and found a wild vine, and gathered thereof wild gorbs, his lats full, and came and spread them into the pot of pottage, for they knew them not. So it's a person that was gathering herbs and gathered some poisonous herbs, right? So they pulled out for the men to eat, and it came to pass, as they were eating of the pottage, they cried out and said, O thou man of God, there is death in the pot, and they could not eat thereof. So it's like they were like look what it was eating and said, "Oh, look, this is death in the pot. I want to eat this. There was poison in here. What type of herb is this?" So they knew what type of herb that it could eat, and the type of herbs that it could not eat, that was poisonous to the body. But he said, "Then bring meal, meaning flour, and he cast it into the pot." And he said, "Pull out for the people that they may eat." And there was no harm. There was no harm in the pot. So this man, he mixed it up very well and became not harmful. But the example of it is that you have to make sure you're watching what you eat, like these men was. They saw it and it was poisonous herbs in there. And he said, "Look, we can't eat this, right? We're on a strict diet. We got to watch what we eat. We can't eat nothing that's harmful for our body." Even the Most High, he gave you a dietary law in the book of Leviticus, the 11th chapter. He gave you a dietary law of what to eat and what not to eat, what is clean and what is not clean, right? Let's just go to Leviticus chapter 11, and I want verse 46, just to show you that it was a law that the Most High gave us on what type of animal to eat and what type of animals not to eat. It says, "This is the law of the beast and of the fowl, and of every living creature that move in the waters, and of every creature that creep upon the earth, to make a difference between the unclean and the clean, and between the beast that he may be eaten and the beast that may not be eaten. So the Most High told you what beast not to eat. For example, swine. Right? This is what we always bring out at camp. Swine. Don't eat the pig. The pig is full of filth and disease and toxin. It has no sweat glands. It runs around in mud all day. It eats whatever that's in front of them. You can put a dead body in front of a pig and it will eat it. It will consume it. It will gobble it up. But you putting all that toxin in your body, right? Pig got a whole lot of worms in it, man. And you wonder why when you eat the stuff, you putting the worms in your body. Now you wonder why you can't help yourself from eating all the types of sweets, because it's not what you want to eat, is what the worms want to eat in your body. They're controlling your mind now, right? Because they are hungry. They want to continue to indulge in food. Now it's make you have a bigger appetite. So you really have to watch what you eat, because there's a lot of stuff in its food that America and Esau will put in their food, and you don't even know the name of it. It's a whole lot of adjective in the food that they put in here, and you overindulge in it, right? You got a whole bunch of chemicals in there that you can't even name, that's harmful for the body, and you don't even care about it, right? Let's go through this article about American food versus food in other countries, right? And this, for example, from up top. So you got an example from French fries, right? You see all the different chemicals that he put inside the McDonald's French fries in the US, right? Then you got all the chemicals that you see, the less chemicals really that you see in the fries in the UK. You see the difference between the chemicals, right? They put so much, I can't even pronounce this long word right here, right? Hold on for a second. All right, Slovakia. So let's go back to the article. So you see the difference of ingredients that they have from the fries in the McDonald's in the US and the fries in the UK, right? So let's read the article. So it says, on many social media platforms, health gurus list out what they eat in a day. Once in a while, you'll come across a TikTok of a fitness influencer claiming that they only eat meat and raw milk. Or there is someone who only eats fruits and vegetables, but no processed food. There could also be someone who eats sea moss by the spoonful, claiming that it magically fix gut health problems. If you ever occasionally glance at the back of a snack package, you might recall skimming over some of these listed ingredients, acknowledging that you know very little about them, and consuming the tasty treat regardless. But the thing that all these influencers have in common is that they avoid typical American food. They don't go to McDonald's. They don't eat Cheetos. Why? Because the United States allow additive in food that are illegal in many other countries. So a lot of these chemicals and stuff they put in food to preserve it, right? In America, they don't allow it in other countries. It's bad and harming you. It says the United States is unique in that it allows the 8 ingredients in food products, right? Food products, RBGH, ractopane, potassium, bromate, brominate, miniate, vegetable oil, olestra, whatever this word is, azodicarbonate, coloring agent, also known as red number 40, etc. In BHA and BHT, RBGH is used in milk and yogurt. It is injected into cows to increase milk production and cause many issues in cows. But it also causes allergic reaction in humans, right? Causes allergic like rash, skin disorder, right? In humans. So like, I'll make sure I'm straight. Con. All right, let's go back. Whatever this word is, again, ractopane is used to increase lean muscles in animals, but is also known to cause heart problems in humans. Potassium bromate is used to make bread fluffier, but can cause bronchitis. Brominated vegetable oil is used to keep flour and soda flavor. Sorry, is to keep the flavor in soda from floating to the surface, but it can cause serious irritation to human skin and the lining of the mouth, nose, and lungs. Olestra is a fat-free substitute, but cause bloating and intestinal problems. And azotic carbonate is used to bleach flour, but can cause asthma. And you want to know why a lot of people suffer from asthma and have asthma attacks. Coloring agents are used to color food and are linked to neurological problems such as brain cancer, ADD, ADHD, and more. BHA and BHT, which are used in food like gum and vegetable oil, can also cause cancer. And you wonder why a lot of people suffer from cancer. All these additives are banned in Europe, yet they are commonly used in American food. How can ingredients banned in some countries be in the food of other countries? Why is this allowed? Because these chemicals make American food product visually appealing, long-lasting, and more satisfying to eat, right? That's why you see a lot of our fruit got GMOs in it, right? In Europe, the European Food Confirmation Council of EUFIC regulates which ingredients are allowed in food products, while in America, the Food and Drug Administration, or FDA, does this task. The FDA required that companies list 8 common allergens on their food products: milk, eggs, fish. Well, we're going to jump down. Let's jump down some more. All right, let's read this last paragraph. Furthermore, the FDA allows additives to be used in American food until they are proven harmful. See that? It says they put these chemicals in a food until they can be improved, until they are proven harmful for the body. Until results coming in when kids and other people are coming with illness for all the chemicals they put in there. Then you're going to stop putting chemicals in the food. So they wait till somebody dies or get some type of disease or something for the food for them to stop. Right? That's wicked. That's off, man. It says Europe, on the other hand, will only allow certain additives in food after they have been proven to be unharmful. So in other country, they do it the opposite way, right? They test it first and make sure that it is safe to be digested, demonstrating that American corporations care less about the health of their food than those in Europe. Why do these organizations have different approaches towards food? Well, the FDA is a reactive government, while the European agencies are precautionary, and American growth hormones and chemicals, preservatives are used to produce larger food and to make sure that if the shelf life of food produced is longer. So that's why you see a lot of food on these shelves, man. In America, they've been sitting out there for months, right? These cut up meats that's not getting put in freezer, just sitting out on the shelf for days and days and weeks, right? Because they put all type of chemicals to preserve the food. However, the EUFIC and the EFSA, the European Food Safety Authority, prohibits hormones and advise against preservative. It is important to be conscious of the ingredients in our food. While we don't necessarily have to eat sea moss gel and avoid all American snacks food, we should stay away of the quality of our food, right? So you got to be careful what you eat, because America, they don't care about you, right? They just worry about their money, right? They care about their money, right? They want their food to last long on the shelf so that money don't get thrown away, right? So they put all these chemicals and preservatives in your food so it can last long, but it's causing harm to the human body, right? Let's go to the book of Ezekiel, chapter 4, verse 13. It's like it. Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 13. It says, and the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whether I will drive them. So we see that it's prophecy here, man, that we are eating defiled bread. Bread is art defiled. Food that's art defiled. All this stuff is causing harm to our body. Let's go get another precept. This came to mind. Isaiah chapter 28, verse 8. It said, for all tables are full of vomit and filthiness, so that there is no place clean. Right? So these tables that our people are feasting on is nothing but bad food, chemicals. You got all different type of sweets. They got all different type of chemicals in it that's harmful for the body. All these GMOs in this food. They pumping hormones in chicken, right? And you wonder why they're messing with our DNA. You wonder why men are getting softer and more effeminate. Women is growing mustache, beards on their face. You know, they are being more man. It's like they reversing the DNA that the Most High has established and created, but with all these messed up chemicals, right? And all these pumping the hormones and GMOs in our food. So you gotta really watch what you eat. All right, let's go back to some more videos. Let's get this video right here.
What's the difference between a service animal and an emotional support pet?
Of stories that we are doing this week on. We want to turn now to a series of stories that we are doing this week on how U.S. food regulations have left American consumers exposed to chemicals and additives that have been banned in other countries. CBS's Holly Williams goes in depth to show us how some of these ingredients may be linked to cancer and other health-related issues.
From baguettes to focaccia, Europe is famous for its bread, but one ingredient is missing. Potassium bromate is a suspected carcinogen that's banned for human consumption in Europe as well as China and India, but legal in the US, where it's used by some food makers to strengthen dough and estimated to be present in over 100 products.
There is evidence that it may be toxic to human consumers, that it may even either initiate or promote the development of tumours.
Professor Eric Millstone is an expert on food additives and told us European countries take a much more cautious approach to food safety.
Can we say for sure that these differences in regulations mean that people in the US have developed cancers that they would not have developed if they'd been eating only in Europe?
I think that is almost certainly the conclusion that we could reach.
It's not just potassium.
So it says, she said that the food that we eat causes cancer, that it would not, that these diseases would not happen in different countries. So the food that we eat is causing cancer. It's causing our body harm, causing illness, but yet we still eat them, right?
Potassium bromate, but many other chemicals and substances that are banned here in Europe over health concerns, but considered safe by the FDA.
Do you think most Americans are aware that they're being exposed to substances that are viewed as dangerous over here?
They probably just think, well, if it's available and it's in the store, then it's probably fine.
Stacey McNamara is from upstate New York, but has been living in London for 10 years. She told us raising children on this side of the Atlantic has opened her eyes to what's allowed in food in the US. She has no plans to ever move back home.
And is food safety a part of that decision?
For sure, yeah. How am I going to protect my children when it's just everywhere?
In a statement to CBS News, the FDA said that when used properly, potassium bromate converts to a harmless substance during food production. But at the same time, Nora, it acknowledged that not all potassium bromate may convert.
All right, let's pause right there. All right, so let's get this other video. So you see that the America just don't give a damn, right? They want you to be sick because why? They get more money of you being sick than they get of you being healthy.
Our government is letting U.S. food companies get away with serving American citizens harmful ingredients that are banned or heavily regulated in other countries. Even worse, American food companies are selling the same exact products overseas without these chemicals, but choose to continue serving us the most toxic version here. It's un-American. One set of ingredients, thank you. One set of ingredients there and one set of ingredients here. Let me give you some examples. Thank you. You want to do my honor. Here we go. My Vanna White, everybody. This is McDonald's French fries. I would like to argue that probably nobody in this room has not had a McDonald's French fries, by the way. Nobody raised their hand during the staff meeting earlier today. In the US, there's 11 ingredients. In the UK, there's 3, and salt is optional. An ingredient called dimethylpolysiloxane is an ingredient preserved with formaldehyde, a neurotoxin, in the US version. This is used as a foaming agent so they don't have to replace the oil that often, making McDonald's more money here in the United States. But they don't do that across the pond.
Wow. So they eating off the same oil for months.
This is Skittles. Notice the long list of ingredient differences. 10 artificial dyes in the US version and titanium dioxide. This ingredient is banned in Europe because it can cause DNA damage. Artificial dyes are made from petroleum, and products containing these dyes require a warning label in Europe that states it may cause adverse effects on activity and detention in children. And they have been linked to cancer and disruptions in the immune system. This on the screen back here is Gatorade. In the US, they use red 40 and caramel color. In Germany, they don't. They use carrot and sweet potatoes to color their Gatorade. Thank you. This is Doritos. The US version has 3 different artificial dyes and MSG. The UK version does not. And let's look at cereal. General Mills is definitely playing some tricks on us. They launched a new version of Trix just recently in Australia. It has no dyes. They even advertise that when the US version still does. This is why I became a food activist. My name is Vani Hari, and I only want one thing. I want Americans to be treated the same way as citizens in other countries by our own American companies.
All right, yes, pause right there. All right, so you see the different chemicals that they put in American food. You compare it to the chemicals that they put food in the other countries, right? We got so much additive and preservatives in our food that it's causing our body to have allergic reaction, right? A lot of people getting cancer, diabetes, heart problems, high blood pressure, a lot of sodium that they put in our food, right? So we got to watch out for what we eat. That's why the Most High gave us herbs. He told us that, look, eat the herbs. It's for the healing of the nation. A lot of people don't eat herbs. You got herbs like black seed oil, oregano oil. It's a lot of different herbs right now that we can eat that's out there. Well, I don't want to get the names messed up, but it's a lot of different herbs that we can eat. And I'm gonna list some. We're gonna go over some scriptures with some herbs that the Most High had provided for us in these scriptures. Let's go to the book of Genesis. Genesis chapter 1 and verse 29. Right? You got a lot of herbs that people can indulge in for health benefits. Turmeric, garlic. What else? Can't come to my mind. You got beets, parsley, cilantro. Let's get this. Genesis chapter 1, verse 29. And the Most High said, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of the earth, and every tree which is every tree and that which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed, to you it shall be for meat. So the original first food source that we had was fruits and vegetables, and it was good to us. It was good. It was pleasing to our soul. You know, we was eating fruits and vegetables. It was on like a vegetarian, vegan diet. You know, so it was good for us. This during a time, you know, where we was healthy and we was living longer days upon the earth. Now we're sick. Now we're falling short of disease. You know, we're unhealthy. We got all these different type of problems. Heart problems, you know, all different types of disease that are affecting our body, causing us to the early grave. That's why you got people like Dr. Sebi, Yaki, for all these for herbalists, all the herbalists, you know, that can heal you from all different types of diseases from things that you might have eaten. Right? Let's go to the book of Sirach, chapter 38 and verse 4. All right, Sirach chapter 38 and verse 4. The Lord had created medicine out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. And no medicines are herbs. It's not the chemicals that's in the pill bottles that Esau put out and pushes out in the pharmacy. Right? These medicines are herbs from the earth that grows, that have yielding seed. It says, was not the water made sweet with wood, that the virtue thereof might be known, and he have given men skills that he might be honored in his marvelous works. You got men like Dr. Sebi's, man, heal a lot of people from disease that they say can't be cured, like AIDS and herpes and asthma and stuff like this, like that. It says, with such do he heal men and take away their pains. So you got, they call it apothecary. So you got men out here that the Most High created to provide you with the good sources of herbs to take daily, right? But we rely on medicine that the white man pushes to make us sick, continue to be so they make us sick, and then give us medicine that they create that give you some type of it don't really heal you at all, because people be on medication all their lives, but they give you some type of solution to make you feel like you can be healed or you can live with the sickness. But all it's doing is giving them more money. You give them you give them what's it called, pharma, more money in their pockets. They keeping you sick. right? This is all just a plan of America being a wealthy nation, keeping people sick, keep them in the hospital, keep them spending more money. All right, let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 104 and verse 14. It says, he causes the grass to grow for the cattle and earth for the service of men, that he may bring forth food out of the earth. It is good to change up your diet. You don't want to keep on, just eating all this bad food that's bad, that's harming you, it causing your body to be ill. Take a break. Go on a fast, or eat some herbs and some fruits and vegetables for a couple days, and see how that helps, bring you good energy to your body. Just stay away from all the processed food for a while. All that sugar is not good for you. All that sodium not good for you. Stay away from those stuff, man. All the things that you can't even pronounce and the ingredients. Stay away from that stuff. Look them up. See the side effects. Make sure it's good for you to digest. Let's go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 15, verse 17. It says, better is a dinner of herbs where love is. So it's better to be eating good, eating right, eating the things that the Most High allows to grow out of the earth, that's supposed to be healing and keeping your body in a healthier state, than a stall ox and hatred therewith. So it's better to eat herbs with love, man. So you gotta eat good. Go on a fast. Go on what they call a keto diet, or go on a vegetable diet, a vegan diet. A fruit diet, a fruit fast. Go on these different type of diets that could change the way you're eating, so you give your body a fresher breath air or food coming in. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's go to the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 9 and verse 23. It says, now this is Esdras, right? He went on a fast for 7 days, just eating herbs, right? He went on a diet for 7 days, just eating herbs. It says, verse 23, nevertheless, if thou wilt cease yet 7 days more, but thou shalt not fast in them, but go into the field of flowers where no house is builded, and eat only the flowers of the field. Taste no flesh, that means like meat. Drink no wine, but eat flowers only, talking about the herbs. And pray unto the highest continually, then I will come and talk with thee. So I went by the way into the field, which is called Ardif, like as he commanded me, and there I sat among the flowers, and did eat of the herbs of the field, and the meat of the same satisfied me. So these herbs satisfied him. He wasn't trying to eat the cattle, eat the best lamb. He wasn't trying to do that. Like, I was going to eat the herbs only, and it satisfied him for 7 days. When the last time you went on eating some vegetables and fruit only for 7 days, 3 days, or a day period? Some people only fast on the Day of Atonement. So you gotta ask yourself, when the last time I gave my body a break from eating all these bad things, all these chemicals? Let's go to the book of Daniel. All right, let's see what Daniel did. Let's learn from that prophet Daniel, chapter 1, and I believe verse 5. Right? Daniel chapter 1, verse 5. And the king appointed them a daily provision of the king's meat, and of the wine which he drank, so nourishing them 3 years, that at the end thereof they might stand before the king. Right? So this is during the time of our captivity in Babylon. Right? And among these were the children of Judah: Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. unto whom the prince of the eunuch gave names, slave names. For he gave unto Daniel the name of Belshazzar, and to Ananiah of Shadrach, and to Mishael of Meshach, and to Azariah of Abednego. But it said, but Daniel proposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with the portion of the king's meat, nor with the wine which he drank. Therefore he requested of the prince of the eunuch that he might not defile himself. Now the Most High had brought Daniel into favor and tender love with the prince of the eunuchs. And the prince of the eunuch said unto Daniel, I fear my lord the king, who have appointed your meat and your drink. For why should he see your faces worse liking than the children which are of your sort? Then shall he make me endanger my head to the king. So he said, look, you're gonna get me in trouble if I only give you, if I give you a different meals every day, you know, then with then you know, he's like, look, you're gonna get me in trouble if I feed you differently than how I'm feeding the others, and your countenance change and you look weak, the king gonna get mad at me, right? You're gonna endanger me and have me killed and put to death. Then said Daniel to Melzar, whom the prince of the eunuchs had set over Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, prove thy servant, I beseech thee, 10 days, and let them give us pause to eat and drink and water to drink. Say, look, I'm going to eat the herbs and the fruits and stuff and drink only water. Let everybody else continue to consume all the defiled meats of the king, and let us drink only eat vegetables and drink water only. Then you can see how well favored we're going to look compared to the others. Then let our countenance be looked upon before thee, and the countenance of the children that eat of the portion of the king's meat. And as thou seest, deal with thy servant. So he consented to them in this matter and proved them 10 days. And at the end of the 10 days, their countenance appeared fairer and fatter in flesh than all the children which did eat the portion of the king's meat. So Daniel and Hananiah, Azariah, and Mishael, they ate vegetables and stuff for 10 days straight and only drink water. And they was much better looking than the other men that was eating the defiled bread with the king's meat. So you see that? Just giving your body a rest from eating all these type of different type of flesh and meat. You know, it can make your skin glow. You know, it can. You wonder why you got so much acne problems and you scratching everywhere, because you putting the wrong food in your system, right? When you eat the right thing, you know, it helps your skin. You know, it helps your eyes. You know, it helps your flesh from the inside. You know, and just it create a better you. Your hair start growing properly. You know, it's just that you're just basically increasing your health. And once you increase your health, you can see it from the outside. You know what I mean? So just give your body a rest and start eating fruits and vegetables, and put away all that snacks, put away all them chemicals. You know, there's a lot of GMOs in our food, but you got to try to eat the food that's organic, that doesn't have all these different chemicals. You know, go to organic stores like Whole Food, Mom's Organic. You know, you got different type of stores that doesn't sell all these products or a whole lot of chemicals in it. Right? Switch up where you going. You know, people like to go with where it's just convenient for them. Oh yeah, John's right down the street, 5 minutes away. But you know, the Whole Food store is about an extra 10 minutes. You know, extra 20 minutes down the street. I'm just gonna go to Giants. Look, sometimes you got to just take that extra drive, you know, so you can, you know, be able to eat more healthier, right? So we're gonna go over some different herbs in the Bible, you know, that the Most High had given us. For example, let's go to the book of Songs of Solomon, chapter 4 and verse 13. right? It says that plants are an orchard of pomegranates. So you got pomegranates and stuff like that, with pleasant fruit, camphire, and spikenard, and saffron, calamus, slakia, and cinnamon. With all these frankincense, myrrh, and aloes, with all the chief spices. So you got a lot of different spices and aloes. You got cinnamon. Cinnamon is good for you. It can lower blood pressure, blood sugar levels. Calamus. I haven't really looked up all these different benefits of it, but a lot of these things got good benefits for the body. Right? Let's get some more. Let's go to the book of Exodus, chapter 16. Slakia. Verse 30. All right. Slakia 16 and 30. It says, so the people rested on the seventh day, and the house of Israel called the name of thereof Mammon, and it was like coriander seed, white, and the taste of it was like the wafer made with honey. So you got honey. Honey is kind of good for you. Just don't give it to infants. Coriander seeds, right? We got coriander seeds. That's good for you. Let's go to the book of Proverbs, chapter 27 and verse 18. It says, whoso keepeth the fig tree shall eat the fruit thereof. So he that waiteth on his master shall be honored. So you got figs that grow on fig trees. You got different, apple trees, oranges, bananas, all these different type of fruits that grow on trees that you can eat thereof. Different herbs that grow out the ground. So you're able to eat these things, man, that the Most High put on the earth for you, for the satisfying your soul, and medicine too. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah. Get a few more. Jeremiah chapter 8, verse 22. It says, is there no balm in Galilee? There is no physician there. Why then is not the health of the daughters of my people recovered? So you got balms right here. This is a source of medicine. Balms in Galilee, right? It was some type of medicine that was in Galilee that the physicians were given there for medicine, for health. Right, so you got bombs. Let's go to Genesis chapter 30 and verse 14. So our people, they knew what type of thing to eat, for certain reason, right? So this is Jacob and his wives, right? Because Leah and Rachel, Rachel really, she was battling just being barren and couldn't get pregnant. So let's read. And Reuben went in the days of wheat harvest and found mandrakes in the field and brought them into his mother's Leah. Then Rachel said to Leah, give me, I pray thee, of thy son mandrakes. Now, why Rachel was asking for the mandrakes? Mandrakes, we look it up, it's basically, you don't want to eat it now because it's got a high toxin in it and it can cause death and everything. But mandrakes, it serves its purpose in fertility. It helps women and to be more fertile. And this is what Rachel wanted. Rachel wanted to be more fertile so she can, bear children to Jacob. So she asked Leah for the mandrakes that Reuben had. And she said to her, right, this is Leah, it said, is it a small matter that thou hast taken my husband? And what dost thou take away my son mandrakes also? And Rachel said, therefore he shall lie with thee tonight for thy son mandrakes. So they was, look, you could sleep with our Lord Jacob if you just give me the mandrakes. And this is something that they was really wanted, right? Rachel really wanted the mandrakes so she could be able to get pregnant too as well. And Jacob came out of the field in the evening, and Leah went out to meet him and said, Thou must come in unto me, for surely I have hired thee with my son mandrakes. And he lay with her that night. So they was, they made us change, for mandrakes for sats, basically. Let's get one more scripture. Let's go to the book of Numbers, chapter 11, verse 14. It's like in verse 5. Numbers chapter 11, verse 5. It says, "And the mixed multitude that was among them fell a lusting, and the children of Israel also wept again and said, Who shall give us flesh to eat? We remember the fish. Fish is good with a lot of, it's high in protein, low in fat. So fish is a good thing to eat too, man. Which we did eat in Egypt freely. The cucumbers, you got cucumbers, and the melons, you got all different type of melons. You know how the thing is with black people, we love our watermelons and stuff like that, right? And the leeks and the onions and the garlic. A lot of people, they got to, eat some onions, some raw onions as well, man. It's good for you. Some garlic, some ginger. Like I said earlier, some turmeric. So you're taking these chemicals when you get sick, all the different type of medicine when you're sick, make some turmeric and ginger juice. You put a little honey in there, a little cayenne pepper, whatever the case may be, and consume it to make your body more healthy, so you can flush out all these mucus in your body that's causing you to be sick, causing you to have disease, right? So you got to look up different different ingredients of herbs and put it together. Like I said, you got herbalists, you got herbalist stores out here. You got men that the Most High has set up, like Yaki. He's good. Just hit him up. He'll tell you what type of herbs to take if you get sick. Or herbs to take on the daily just to keep your body at a good health. Exercise daily. Go to the gym. You can go, if you don't want to go to the gym, you can make a gym in your house. Whatever there's a floor, that's a gym, right? Whatever the floor was a ground at, you could do some push-ups on. You do some squats on. Go to the park, go do some pull-ups. You know what I'm saying? Stop making excuses for yourself to be unhealthy, to be obese. And start being more dedicated and disciplined with your mind. Change the way you think, change the way you eat. It all starts here in your mind, so you got to be able to, live in a more healthier state. A strong body is better than riches and gold. Having a health is better than health is wealth, right? It's better than money. It's better than having a mansion. Imagine having a mansion and having all this type of fame and money, and you got bad health. You die early. You can't even enjoy it because you got heart problems. You can't walk around because your feet hurt, your knees hurt. You got a hunchback. You slouching over because you got bad posture. You know what I'm saying? You going to the doctors all the time taking medication when you should be going to the herbalist and for health and healing. So I hope this lesson was a good lesson to take heed on, and then hope we can learn for this and to make sure that we're living more healthier in these last days. Exercise a little bit, walk around the block a little bit, do a little jogging, right? Do whatever it takes to be more healthy in these last days. So with that, I want to say Shalom. I want to give all praise to the Most High Yahweh, through only be God, the Son Yahweh Shai. Hope this lesson will edify. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Make sure you comment what you think. Let me know. With that, Shalom.